Congratulations, my child. Your miracle has begun to touch the threshold of your life. And I will not let you miss this message in the sacred moment that has been appointed. Beloved child, do not hurry to scroll past as though this were only a random line of words passing before your eyes. No, this is an appointment of grace, a call from the heights and depths, a confirmation that heaven has remembered your name today. I have preserved this moment with my kindness, waiting for the right time to bless you in the light. After you have honored me many times, in the secret place where no one saw, the world may not know how many long nights you quietly endured. But I know the world may not understand why you still stand after every fierce wind. But I understand. And now, what I have prepared for you is not a generic gift, not a passing comfort, but a miracle woven specifically for you, carrying the shape of healing, restoration, and a way opened that only my hand can bring forth. You have passed through seasons when it seemed every broken piece was falling around you, and at times you wondered whether anything within you could ever be joined back together again. But I speak to you, what was broken in silence has not been abandoned. I bent down over every wound of yours with gentle mercy. I saw the parts you tried to hide behind a smile. I heard the sighs you never dared to speak aloud. This miracle has been named by the very pain you once carried, so that when it comes, you will know it was not chance that visited you, but I who stepped into the very place where you needed me most. This breakthrough has been sealed under your name, not by the power of man, but by my goodwill. Therefore, what I have decided for you, no one can take from you. What I have opened, no hand is strong enough to shut. What I have called a new season, darkness cannot turn into an ending. Stand still in peace, my child, for I am the Lord, your God, and I have remembered you. I do not remember you as the world remembers a distant name, but with the love of a father who knows every step you have taken, every time you tried, every time you fell and quietly rose again. I saw you pray when no one else was beside you. I saw you keep your faithfulness even when your heart trembled with exhaustion. I saw you choose what was right when you were misunderstood. Choose silence instead of retaliation. Choose hope, even when that hope was as fragile as a small lamp before the wind. And my child, not one act of obedience from you has fallen into forgetfulness. Not one tear of yours has been treated lightly. Not one long night have you endured without me being near. Whether you felt it or not, there were times when you thought the delay was a sign that I had refused you. But today I want you to understand with a new light, I did not delay in order to hurt you. I was preparing so that what comes to you would not merely be enough to use, but deep enough to heal, wide enough to lift you up, and strong enough to testify of my faithfulness. When you were in the furnace of trial, I was not standing outside watching you burn in loneliness. I was right there within it, protecting the most precious part of you, purifying the things that weighed your heart down, and making you steadier before placing a greater reward in your hands. If I had given it too early, you might not have recognized its value. If I had opened the door too quickly, you might have entered while still carrying old fears. So I worked quietly, not so that you would lose, but so that when the season came, You could receive without being controlled by old wounds. Do not call those years wasted, because I used each day to forge within you an endurance the world could not teach. Do not call those tears useless, because I used them like hidden waters to nourish dry ground where good seeds were waiting for the day they would sprout. Do not call unanswered prayers failure, because there are answers I hold back for the appointed time, so that when they appear, you will not mistake them as the work of anyone else. Everything is moving behind the curtain where your eyes have not yet seen. Encounters are being arranged. Hearts that need to open are being touched. Barriers that once stood before you are being dismantled. The things that held you back for too long are beginning to lose their power, because the time when I call you forward has come. Listen to me with all the tenderness that remains in your heart. Do not let old doubt steal this holy moment. Do not scroll past because you are afraid of hoping again and being disappointed again. I know you once hoped, once waited, once trusted, and at times you saw everything remain silent. But this time, I am not inviting you to hold on to an illusion. I am inviting you to stand in trust. There is a difference between forcing yourself to think positively and allowing me to renew the way you see everything. I am not telling you to pretend you were never hurt. I am telling you that pain no longer has the right to define your tomorrow. I am not telling you to deny the battles that have passed. I am declaring that those battles do not have the final voice. The final voice belongs to me, and I am speaking life, restoration, peace, and an opened way over you. In the secret place, you sowed things no one saw, and in the public place, I will cause fruit to appear in a way that makes you recognize my hand. You honored me when the world did not applaud. You sought me when there was no reward before your eyes. You said, I still believe, on days when every outward evidence seemed to stand against that belief. Therefore, do not be surprised when I begin to lift you up before those who once thought you would not survive. I do not do this so that you may become proud, but so that you may know that humility in the hidden place always has a day when I defend it in the light. I am not restoring you merely so you can return to who you were before. I am restoring you so you can step into a new steadiness, a new clarity, and a joy that no longer depends on the praise or criticism of the world. Now, what I need from you is to keep your heart quiet and open. Do not run ahead of me out of impatience, and do not shrink back out of fear. Walk step by step in purity. Keep your words gentle. Keep your thoughts turned toward what is good. Keep gratitude like a lamp burning brightly in the middle of a changing season. When the first sign of the miracle appears, recognize it with humility. Do not dismiss it because it comes in small form. Many great things in my hand often begin like a quiet seed, a message, an opportunity, an encounter, an idea, a sudden peace in the middle of circumstances that have not yet changed. All of these may be my footprints on the road you are walking. Be watchful, but do not be tense. Expect, but do not panic. Believe, but do not try to control the way I will do it. Beloved child, I remember you not because you are perfect, but because you belong to my love. I did not forget you on the day you were strong, and I did not leave you on the day you were weak. I was there when you bowed your head in the darkness, and I will also be there when you lift your face beneath the light. Your miracle is not only meant to change your circumstances, but also to remind you that heaven has never abandoned you. What is coming will heal old places, support the weary parts, and open a way where you thought there was no road left. Receive this word as a new breath from me. The season of mourning is not permitted to hold you forever. The season of waiting is not permitted to stretch beyond the limit I have appointed. The season of restoration is knocking at the door. I am your Father, the one who has seen, listened, preserved, and now I am leading you into what I myself have prepared with unchanging love. My beloved child, I know every word they whispered behind your back. I heard the hidden laughter. I saw the contemptuous looks. I saw through even the hands that comforted outwardly while inwardly rejoicing when you staggered. Nothing is hidden from my eyes, and no wound within you is considered small by me. You thought those things passed by in silence. You thought you alone held the pain and tried to keep walking as if you had never been hurt. But I was there. I stood near you in every moment when you wanted to defend yourself, but chose silence because you did not want to become like those who wounded you. I saw you swallow bitter words. I saw you keep your heart from hatred. I saw you place everything into my hands, even while you trembled within and were deeply weary. And because I have seen, you do not need to worry that justice will fall asleep. I was not slow as you once thought. I was simply acting according to an order deeper than your eyes could recognize. There are ways I handle things that are not noisy, not showy, and do not require you to step in to prove that you were right. I allowed you to remain silent, not because I abandoned you, but because I was protecting your dignity from battles unworthy of you. I allowed you to pass through the fire, not so the fire could consume you, but so that every false thing around you would be exposed. So those watching would understand that what I preserve cannot be destroyed by human hands. You entrusted it to me, and I received it. You chose trust instead of revenge, and that obedience rose before me like a beautiful fragrance. Now hear me speak to you with the tenderness of a father and the power of the one who holds every season. I am lifting you up, not to make you arrogant, and not so you can look down on those who once hurt you, but so that my name may be clearly seen upon your life. I will place you in a position where my presence within you cannot be denied. Those who once said you would not go far will fall silent before what I do. Those who thought your road had ended will see me open a way for you where they thought there was only a dead end. Those who laughed when you stumbled will have to witness you rise, not by your own strength, but by my hand sustaining you. This restoration does not come from passing luck. It comes from my eternal will. My child, what I am doing in you is not a temporary patch for an old tear. I have not come only to make you hurt less for a moment and then leave you to return to the cycle of pain. I have come to change the whole direction of your life's flow. I am touching deep roots, cracks passed from one season to another, negative voices that once clung to your family, fears that have traveled through many generations and thought they had the right to remain. But I declare, enough. Burdens that do not belong to you will no longer be permitted to keep pressing upon your shoulders. Poisonous words once sown into your life will be broken by my word. Patterns of failure, lack, shame, and despair will no longer be passed on like an inheritance. I am raising up a new beginning within you, and that beginning will flow to those who come after you. Therefore, do not take this season lightly. What I give today is not only for one day, one need, one door, or one single answer. I am placing in your hands a portion of blessing with the power to heal memories, restore faith, brighten the path, and open influence far beyond what you once prayed for. What I sow in you will not end with you. It will become shade for your children, light for your grandchildren, and a living testimony that one person touched by me can cause an entire bloodline to change. You once thought you were only fighting to survive, but I am using your faithfulness to break chains that those before you could not break. You are not only being rescued from what hurt you, you are being brought into a new land, where blessing is no longer something you must chase in exhaustion, but something that will find you according to my leading. I know you have asked in silence, when will it be my turn? I know there were days when you watched others receive open doors, support, and a listening ear, while you still stood there with tired hands and a heart full of questions. I know you once wondered whether I still remembered your name, whether your prayers had been lost somewhere in the vast sky, whether your waiting had become meaningless. Beloved child, I have never forgotten. I do not only remember your name, I remember every time you tried to smile before your tears had dried. I remember every time you encouraged someone else while you yourself needed to be lifted. I remember every time you blessed someone with peace, even while your own heart was full of wounds. Not one act of love from you has been lost before me. In the nights when no one called, I was still near. In the mornings when you woke with heaviness, I still placed the warmth of life into your new day. In the moments when you thought you had been left behind, I was going ahead to prepare the place you would enter. There are doors that, if opened earlier, you would have walked through with fear, but when I open them at the right time, you will walk through with steadiness. There are blessings that, if they came too quickly, you would think you had to preserve them by your own strength, but when I give them in my timing, you will know that I am the one who preserves. The delay you feel is not rejection, it is preparation. I am making your roots deeper, your heart softer, your vision wider, and your steps firmer. Now I declare that my voice is shattering the chain of hardship that has followed you for far too long, not by the noise of man, but by the holy authority that comes from the highest throne. I am calling you out of shame. I am calling you out of the feeling that you are unworthy. I am calling you out of the old rooms where you once withdrew because you feared being hurt again. Rise, beloved child, not in anger, but in peace, not to prove anything to anyone, but to step into what I have appointed. Your name will no longer be attached to failure, wounds, or the words others spoke about you. I will make your story a sign of my kindness among the land of the living. And when I lift you up, keep your heart pure. Do not let restoration become pride. And do not let blessing make you forget the days when I carried you through darkness. Remember that I am not lifting you up so you can return pain to others. I am lifting you up so you can become proof that love is stronger than betrayal. Mercy is higher than mockery, and my faithfulness endures beyond every word of opposition. You do not need to go back and argue with those who misunderstood you. A life restored by me will speak for itself. The peace upon your face, the steadiness in your steps, the light in your work, and the blessing flowing from your hands will speak louder than every self-defense. Receive this word as my arms embracing you in this very hour. I have seen it all. I have heard it all. And I am acting. What they used to hurt you will not destroy you. It will only become the ground where I reveal my power. What once made you bow your head in tears will become the place where you lift your head in gratitude. You are not forgotten. You are not rejected. You are not abandoned on the edge of the story. I am continuing to write your life with the ink of grace. And this new chapter will carry a beauty that will astonish even you. Rest in peace, my child. For your appointed time has been awakened by me, and when I call, no power can keep you lying in the old day any longer. The voices of doubt are being silenced, and I am placing my peace over every dark corner within your heart. Beloved child, for far too long, you have had to listen to whispers that made you hesitate, silent questions that made you doubt yourself, old echoes repeating that you are not strong enough, not worthy enough, not loved enough, not enough to step into what I have prepared. But today, I speak to you with the gentleness and power of a father who never abandons you. Those voices are no longer permitted to rule within you. They once slowed you down. They once made you look at blessing with fearful eyes. They once made you stand before an open door and still tremble as if you had no right to enter. But I am bringing my light closer to you, so bright that every lie must retreat. Every confusion must dissolve, and every darkness that once covered, you must give way to the holy truth that you are still my child, still preserved by me, still upheld by my unchanging love. Those who once hurt you, burdened you, and caused you to carry wounds you should never have had to bear, are being separated from you by my wisdom. You do not need to fight for yourself with anger. You do not need to use bitter words to protect your worth. You do not need to prove your purity before people who have already decided to misunderstand you. I have seen everything. I heard the things they said when you were not present. I saw the things you swallowed in silence, so your heart would not become hardened. And because you gave me the right to handle it, I am stepping into that story with gentle justice that cannot be ignored. There are people I will remove from your sphere of influence. There are connections I will cause to fade. There are hands that seem to hold you that will be forced to release you. Because what I am building in you needs clean space, an atmosphere of peace, and protected ground where what is good can grow. The accusations that once clung to you are also being cancelled before my presence. You once allowed those words to follow you through many days, many months, sometimes through long seasons that seemed endless. People may have called you by names that did not belong to you, assigned you mistakes that did not reflect the fullness of who you are, and used one moment of weakness to define your entire journey. But I do not look at you that way. I look at you through the eyes of the one who knew you before you could name your own pain. I know the beauty within you. I know the tenderness you still tried to keep, even after being hurt. I know the times you chose silence, not because you were weak, but because you did not want to wound anyone else further. So, let me remove from you the heavy garment of condemnation. Let me clothe you with purity, courage, and new dignity. What others say has no greater authority than what I speak over your life. I am standing between you and every storm like a wall of light that cannot be pierced. You thought you had to shield yourself from every fierce wind, carry every crashing wave alone, and always remain strong, so no one would see your weariness. But my child, you were not created to live like someone with no refuge. When the storm rises, I do not stand far away and watch. I step into the very center of the storm with you. When thunder makes your heart tremble, I place my hand upon your shoulder. When the waters around you shake, I keep your steps from slipping. When everything outside seems chaotic, I build within you a quiet place where you can hear my voice again. You are not alone. You have never lost my protection. And no night is so dark that my hand cannot find you. Where others see only a closed door, I see an invitation into greater glory. You once cried before doors that would not open. You once thought rejection was a final period. You once saw the things that did not work out as proof that you had been forgotten. But I want you to look again with new eyes. Some doors close not to punish you, but to protect you from a path that was not meant for you. Some things are delayed not because I did not hear, but because I am preparing something deeper, Vida, and more lasting than what you asked for. Some places rejected you only because they were not high enough to contain what I placed within you. Therefore, do not mourn forever over paths that have closed. I am not only the one who opens doors, I am also the one who knows how to close doors that could harm you. Where others see lack, I see space to pour out abundance. You look at what you do not yet have and feel anxious. But I look at that same empty space and see room for a miracle. You look at empty hands and fear you will not have enough. But I look at those hands and see a vessel ready to be filled. I will sustain you in seasons of scarcity, not only with the provision you need, but with the assurance that you belong to a source that never runs dry. I will teach you that abundance does not always begin with great outward things, but with inner stability when you realize that I am the one who cares for you each day. When you do not know where to draw strength from, I will become your strength. When you do not know how to keep walking, I will place beneath your feet just enough road for today. I will light your path in the darkness, not always with a torch that illuminates the entire future, but with a faithful ray of light that leads you step by step. You often want to see everything before you believe, to have complete answers before you rest, to understand why everything happened before you are willing to keep walking. But I am teaching you a gentler and deeper faith, to trust when you can only see one step ahead, to be at peace when you do not know the rest, to remain steady when all you can hear is my voice calling you onward. I will open rivers in the driest places so that you may understand there is no land too barren for my power. I can cause life to rise where you thought only dust remained. I can make flowers bloom in places others abandoned. I can place refreshing coolness into months that seemed filled only with burning heat. The peace I pour upon you will surpass every explanation you have ever known. It is not peace because every problem has immediately disappeared, but peace because you know I am holding all things. It is not a fragile calm dependent on circumstances, but a steadiness anchored in my love. The confusion that once tried to take over your mind must leave, because where I dwell, chaos cannot sit on the throne. The heaviness that once pressed upon your chest is being lifted layer by layer. The things you carried in secret, the wounds you did not know whom to tell, the stories that made you fall silent whenever you remembered them, I am touching them with public healing. Not so you will be exposed in shame, but so you will be seen in honor, restored in the light, and lifted up before the very things that once made you bow your head. My messengers are guarding your borders, and your home is being covered by the fire of my holy presence. This is not meant to make you afraid, but to bring you assurance. I am setting boundaries around you, around the place where you dwell, around what belongs to you, around the seeds I have sown into your life. Not every noise outside has the right to enter within you. Not every word from others has the right to build a dwelling in your mind. Not every strange wind is permitted to shake the foundation I am building. I am teaching you discernment. I am teaching you to preserve your peace. I am teaching you not to open your heart to things that drain you. My protection is not only a shield from danger, it is also guidance that helps you know what should remain and what must be released. Therefore, beloved child, look at your scars with new eyes. They are no longer signs of failure, but proof that you passed through fire and were still preserved by me. The places that once hurt the most will become the places from which the strongest testimony flows. The things that once made you shed tears will become waters that nourish wisdom, compassion, and strength within you. I do not waste any pain you have placed in my hands. I turn it into steps, into light, into marks of victory. So, rise in gentleness, yet firmness. Do not let doubt call your name anymore. Do not let the past pull you back to the place I have led you out of. I am with you. I am covering you. I am restoring you. And the very thing once used to make you collapse will become the place where I reveal my glory upon your life.